One of the most impressive scenes in Dune Part 2 was shot in infrared using a modified camera and a very specific filter. I want to see what our planet looked like if it was shot using the same filter used for Giddy Prime. But first, let's hear why Greg Fraser chose to shoot in infrared.
Denis came to me, I think, one day and said, "Hey, listen, I'm in the process of writing the Fade battle. How do we make it different?" And Denis said, "Like, should we make it black and white?" And I was like, "Denis, I've got the perfect solution. I've been playing with infrared on digital cameras for the last sort of 10 years. For me, what's great about that is it actually shows, if you understand that in Getty Prime, you don't see visible light, you only got this infrared glow off everybody. You kind of understand why they look the way they look. You understand why they have no hair and why they're so pale. Like, you kind of get it that there's no sun.
So how do you shoot in infrared? First, you need to modify your camera by removing the internal IR cut filter, making the camera sensitive to UV, visible, and IR light. This modification is turning your normal camera into a full spectrum camera. All you need to do is limit what the camera sees by placing the appropriate filter in front of the sensor. This is my modified Sony a7 II. It was modified by Color Revision to become a full spectrum camera that can capture infrared images. By using different clip-in filters, I can drastically change the look of my images. Now that I have a very unique camera, let's give it an infrared makeover. To get the Dune look, I need to block most of the visible light by using a very high nanometer filter. So, what are the effects of this filter? Any green vegetation will turn white, and landscapes look like they are covered in snow, giving a really strange and dramatic look. Architecture in infrared looks spectacular. The buildings are transformed into monochromatic monuments. Water will look like black ink. As water absorbs most of the light rays, the filter will see a very dark mass. Most animals' original colors will shift to a white coloration. Human skin looks porcelain-like and smooth. One really cool fact is that veins are way more visible in some parts of the body. They look so visible that I had the idea to take a photo in infrared of my wife only a few days before she gave birth to our baby, and the result was incredible and really strange. To see how the world looks using the same filter used in Dune, I wanted to shoot a cinematic video in Paris. So, to get that cinemascope look, I'm using an anamorphic adapter in front of a vintage Konica 40mm f1.8 lens. This will give me a wide aspect ratio that will match the Dune look. In my next experiment, I will try to capture how different people look with the filter and how it compares to the movie version. If you have some cool ideas for things I should film, let me know in the comments. Modifying a camera to full spectrum can be expensive, and there's no turning back. So if you don't have the budget for it, or don't have a camera to modify, I created the infrared LUT that can give any footage the infrared look, and it even works on photos. There's a link in the description.